Hey, what's up everyone? As you can see now, we're gonna get into a little Shining Force 1 for the original Sega Genesis. This game came out, what, in 92 or was it 93? This is one of the very first games I ever played when I was a kid. This, Shining Force 2 of course, and then Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It starts out with this little story thing. This is actually quite important. It talks about Dark Dragon here. Dark Dragon, who I get the feeling we'll see him at some point. And he plays a big part in the Shining Force storyline through all the different games. Time passed. Okay, so I decided to play Shining Force 1 basically because I just wanted to go through all the different Shining Force games before I eventually finished up Shining Force 3. Now, there's a lot of explaining I gotta do about all this Sega stuff, but Shining Force 3 basically is the best of all these Shining Force games, but it was never properly released in America. So, thanks to some people who I'm going to talk about in a little bit, you're actually able to play it now. And at the very end of that game, there's a little bonus area where you can fight all the bosses from all the previous Shining Forces, including this one right here, the Legacy of Great Intention. We'll just jump right in. So I figured before beating Shining Force 3, I'd go through all the Shining Forces. 1, 2, Shining Force CD. Be a nice little Shining Force adventure here. That's gonna take a hell of a long time though, that's for damn sure. So here we've got our little narrator for this game. And it's kinda like the whole viewpoint of the story is read through this book right here, which is pretty cool, I mean. And Dark Dragon. Yeah, it looks like he's coming back. Alright, so it's gonna be a cool-ass adventure. Let's do it. Shining Force, I'm pumped for this. It's been a long time since I played this game. We'll just go with his default name, which is Max. And she's Simone. Come back often and tell me everything. Chapter 1, Runefaust Invasion. Let's do it! Alright, so here we have Varios, who is basically Max's master. Obi-Wan Kenobi training Luke Skywalker right here. Apparently we've had enough for today. Let's go talk to Lo real quick. What's crackalackin', Lo? Well, you're not a sword fighter, so I understand. And you can examine pretty much everything. Path to master swordsmanship. Good shit. Let's see what Max has got here. Oh yeah, Shining Force 1 doesn't have like just a status thing. But we can take a look if we go to equip. And he's got a middle sword. Stats are pretty low, but I mean we just freaking started, so. Makings of a great fighter. I agree. Let's do it. So apparently some shit's going down, and Varios is gonna go see the king. Alright, so we gotta prepare for true battle immediately. Let's go talk to Lo again. Okay, so now we're just freely able to explore the town. Got a whole bunch of people everywhere. I guess I'll go ahead and explain about everything, what with Sega and Shining Force and all this, while I explore the town here, since there's not really much going on. This town doesn't really have any items you can find, you don't have any money. How green was my dragon? That's a fucked up, whatever. Get out and fight evil. Yeah, we should go do that. And what have you got to say, priest? We'll go ahead and say yeah. Evil creatures roamed our halls. Well, that's not foreshadowing at all. Yeah, so this came out back in the early 90s, and Shining Force 2 came out for the Sega Genesis, just like this one. Then a couple years later on the Sega Saturn, Shining Force 3 came out. Now, in Japan, there was 3 separate scenarios which came out a couple months apart that told one cohesive story. In America, we only got the first scenario, and they altered the dialogue at the end to make it seem like the story was finished, even though it wasn't. Let's see what this asshole's got to say. But thanks to some awesome people over at Shining Force Central, they created a patch, which they, so basically, the entire Japanese scenario 2 and 3, it all becomes English text, so you can basically play it and understand it, because I don't know Japanese, and most people in America, I assume, don't. Well, let's talk to this guy real quick. This is Gort. He's got a portrait, which usually means they're a very important character. Most of the time, anyone with a portrait's gonna join you. And he's telling us that the world is a fucked up place. Half a mind to go out again if I got a good offer. So, very clearly, he's gonna be coming with us at some point. And, oh, I went through that way too quick. Alright, let's see what you got. His mind isn't what it used to be. Okay, so they had this translation patch that they released over at Shining Force Central, and a number of people have done playthroughs of it and, you know, gone through the game. Total Biscuit has probably the most famous Shining Force 3 LP, but a couple months ago, Sega began a crackdown on basically the most popular Shining Force 3 videos, and it seemed as though it was just to get them taken off of YouTube so that their trailer for the newest Shining game would be higher up in the search rankings, which is pretty fucked up, I mean, but that's all just speculation. And it looks like more people are having nightmares. Okay. Pretty much done exploring in this town. There's nothing going on. Oh yeah, come on. Let's see what the dogs have to say. So, basically, I want to try and make a playthrough of Shining Force 3. I mean, it's such a great game. It's very long. All 3 scenarios, and then at the very end there's a premium disc, which has the boss of the game from Shining Force 1, Shining Force 2, a boss from Shining Force CD, and they're all like have super crazy stats, and it's just really cool. It's something I definitely want to do on my channel, and I figured this lady, she's obviously talking about Gort here. Yeah, hand axe techniques. Gort uses the axe. So this is Gort's house right here. And I want to eventually go through Shining Force 3 on my channel. And I figured I'd go through Shining Force 1, 2, and CD before, since Sega hasn't really taken anything down from those games. I'd go through them before I went through Shining Force 3. And hopefully by that time, most of the nonsense will have died down. But this is a fucking kick-ass game anyway. Here's our headquarters, but we can't get in yet. Lord Varios' permission, you say? So let's go see what's crack-a-lackin' with the king. Alright, so let's see what the king's got to say. Alright, so beyond that gate, there's a sealed gate. Obviously, there's some fucked up shit. And Runefaust is trying to fuck it up. And they're a bunch of dicks, so we're not gonna let them do that. Hell yeah, let's do it. Alright, so we gotta go to town and get some warriors, and then we're gonna go fuck Runefaust up. Various is gonna stay and protect the castle. And this dude, Nova, is just saying the same old shit. What is this, like a prime minister right here? Yeah, like a advisor or whatnot. And that guy is obviously real butthurt that he couldn't be the leader of the Shining Force. Later, bro. So there's not really much going on in the castle. Just a whole bunch of random shit. And get to the top, and there's nothing. What do you got to say, old man? Lovely view. Oh yeah, can't you, Sucks. Alright, so he's seeing a lot of creatures near the Gate of the Ancients. That's not good. So shit is going down. Alright. So I guess we're pretty much ready to move on here. There's nothing in the town. Did a good amount of exploring. Got a bunch of knights out here. I think there's a room over here. This is just some... Oh, well, we can talk to her. This is May, Varios' daughter. She becomes a pretty valuable part of the force later on. And, oh yeah, we've got a treasure room. But we can't get any of it now. Get out, motherfucker! Alright, later. Actually, there is one more room where they talk about another important character. We'll go hop in there. Princess Anne-Ree. No, what's Marinara? Alright, so obviously it's some kind of magician college or whatever. And there's tons of magic books and magical shit. Your first blaze. What do you got to say? Yeah, let's know why. Tau. I was a tomboy princess. Oh, Sega. There's another staircase here, but this is just the king's room. Alright, so let's go get our force and start battling and fucking shit up. Head back out into the town. Alright, so we got Luke the warrior, Ken the knight, who has like a female little voice thing, Tao, who's a mage, and Hans, who's an archer. Really, none of them are really that good, but we'll be using them for a long time in the game, so. And Lo, of course. He's really important because he's our healer. Definitely need him. And Nova's gonna come with us as our advisor. He gives us advice and takes care of all the nonsense in the headquarters and shit like that. So we gotta go talk to the king, and then we're free to go to the first battle. What you got to say, king? Alright, he gave us 100 coins. You can't buy anything really at this point. Let's see what Varios has to say real quick. Okay, yeah, we'll go to the shop. You can buy some healing items and angel wing, but you can't buy any weapons just yet. So, even though we got money, it's not really going to do us very much. And you get a buy option, sell, repair. Later on, you get weapons or like rings that'll have special abilities you can use in battle. And randomly they'll break. You come here and you repair it. And deals, every once in a while there'll be like a special weapon or something in the deals. Alright, so buy. We got a medical herb, which is a small heal. Healing seed is a medium-sized heal. And angel wing allows us to escape from a battle. But we don't need to buy anything yet. And this guy sells weapons, but he's being a dick and he's not going to sell us anything. Alright, so we're good for now. We can go ahead and leave. Oh yeah, there's that world map music. We'll be hearing a ton of that. Alright, so here's Runefaust soldiers. They're fucking with shit, trying to get into the ancient gate. Earthquake. Fuck Runefaust. We're about to fuck you faggots up. Okay, so we're into our first battle. We can go ahead and like look at our stats. Max has got 14 attack. Luke's got 14 attack. And then like Ken. What does Ken have? 13 attack. Okay, so we've got a bunch of weak enemies. Got a goblin, dwarf, a dark dwarf, excuse me, and the Runefaust knight, who he's pretty tough. And you got a ton of options here. We'll go ahead and look at a map. We've got our advice. Ah, that's speed. Doesn't Nova give you advice? I guess not. That sucks. Alright, well, first thing we want to do is leave this battle, actually. We can do that either having the main character, Max, he can use egress, or he can just walk off the screen right here, which is what we're gonna do. Yep, later, fuckers. Okay, so we're back on the world map, and we're gonna head over here. And we got Jogurt. And that's all he says. Greetings, Max. Now this character right here, he joins us later, spoiler, but he's the worst fucking character in any game ever. He literally can do nothing. But he's the biggest joke character in the world. But over here, we have a real character. So Gong joins our force, and he is a monk. He can heal, and he has some pretty solid attacks, so he's not too bad. Definitely want to grab him. And I'm pretty sure this guy in here is just a priest. And I guess there's shit in the woods, but we already saw it's the goblins and the dwarves and those fuckers. We'll go ahead and, well, we could save, cure, like, poison. If you get poison, that'll stick around after battles and you'll have to cure it. You raise people when they die. And promoting, I'll get into promoting a little later, but when your characters reach a level of 10, you can promote them and upgrade their class and their stats and stuff. But in this first Shining Force, the promotion system is a little strange. But I'll get into that later when we start promoting people. Alright, but we're ready for this first battle now. Let's do it. Gong goes first before Hans. That's interesting, actually. I would think Hans has the highest speed, doesn't he? 6. Yeah, he does. He just randomly didn't go first this time. So this is like a strategy game. It's kind of similar to Tactics, like turn-based combat. Or not, what is it? SRPG, I think I'm thinking of. Strategy. These, I love these. These shit is so good. There's some key differences between this and, like, Tactics, so... Tactics is actually a lot more... it's hard to explain, but, like, there's no attacking from the front or side or back in this. It's just pretty much the same no matter what. There's no, like, percent chance that's higher from the back than the front, like in Tactics. And this, as you may guess, is a very easy first battle. We'll have Tao... I guess we'll have her just attack this guy and take him out. Her magic is very powerful at this stage in the game. Cast Blaze and burn him the fuck up. Peace, bitch. And when you kill enemies is when you get a big chunk of experience. Once you reach 100 experience, you'll level up. And unlike in the second game, they fix this, but once you, like, let's say you have 90 experience and you kill something and you get 40 experience. You'll level up once you hit 100, but that experience won't carry over, so you'll start at 0. So sometimes when your character is gonna level up, it's good to try and not, like, have them do a finishing blow, so you can really spread the experience around. Because it's just a big waste if you only need 5 experience to level up, but then you kill something and get 45. And things are going pretty good right now. We'll have Ken... We'll just have him come over here and hit this fucker right here. Ken has got a spear. He can attack either next to an enemy or 2 spaces away. So that's why the knights are pretty versatile. Their high move combined with the fact that they get attacked from 2 spaces away is pretty good. And then Luke, he's just a normal tank. He can equip swords and axes, so that's pretty useful. Lo is just our healer. See, they're not stepping up. We'll have Max finish this guy off and draw them out a little bit. Later, bitch. Okay. So this is good. We have Max out front, which will really help. Yep, there he goes. Now, the enemy in this game, what they like to do is they will almost always head for Max. Because you can only lose this game, like you'll only lose a battle when Max dies, your leader. So they will sell out to attack him at all costs, always. They will always go for your leader when given the chance. So it's a really good idea to make your leader your strongest character, give him all the power-up items and everything, and then they'll end up going for your strongest character, and you'll easily be able to overpower the enemy as time goes on. It's just such a great tactic. You put him in front, and they will go for him every time. Hans is gonna get smacked here, but he'll be alright. Okay, and we will have Tao. I guess we'll finish off this dwarf right here. Why not? Eat a dick, bitch. She's getting close to a level up already. Nice. Okay, so we'll have Lo come heal Max. Can't have him dying and losing the first battle. That would be quite fucking embarrassing here. Gotta look good here. Can't be losing. Got 5 Shining Force games to go through still. So let's go ahead and heal Han. Gong at this point in the game, his attack is pretty low. He's not really going to do too much damage with his attack. So you're best using him as just a healer at this stage. And there he goes for Max. That's fine. And we will... This Dark Dwarf is a threat. He's much more powerful than the rest, but... We'll just have Max go right here and attack this goblin. I don't want to take the risk that he... Oh, double attack. Later, fucker. And Max leveled up. Attack 1, defense 1. Oh, that's a good level up, too. In this game, level ups are pretty much completely random. There is, like, certain characters will have bigger stat increases than others, obviously. But for the most part, level ups are random. Ooh, a deadly attack. We got a critical hit there. Not bad. So when you can get a good level up like Max just got, that is a huge help. Alright, we'll go ahead and... I guess we'll just heal Max. Or Ken. We could heal Ken. Yeah, we'll heal Ken. Get as much experience as possible. And let's see, how much oh, he's only got 1 health left. We'll go ahead and take out the Dark Dwarf then. Suck on that, bitch. Alright, the Rune Knight, yeah, he likes to wait up there. He takes his time before heading down. And we'll work on this goblin now. And get Tao over here and have her use Blaze. This might finish him off. And it did. Very nice, very nice. And Tao leveled up. All she got was MP by 4. See, there we go. Like, such a random level up. She could have gotten much better than that, but all she got was just MP by 4. I'm not complaining too much, though, because MP is her most important stat. Okay, Max is hurt. As long as someone is hurt, you can use heal and they'll gain experience. So a lot of people will get their healers to just be ridiculous levels. That more so becomes a factor in Shining Force 2 and 3, but... Okay, so we cleared everything out. All that's left is just 1 Rune Knight here. What we are gonna do is... I'm gonna egress here. We'll show what this does. Okay, this is our retreat spell. It takes us back to a town, the last church we visited. I thought it would take us to the little guy outside in the, that cabin where we found Gong, but it took us back here. It's not a big deal, though. I want to head to the headquarters, and let's talk to Nova. Let's see what kind of advice he's got for us. Seek the hermit who lives by the gate of the ancients. And that's where we found Gong. So Nova can do a couple things for you. This is where you can check your status of all your characters. Tao and Max have both leveled up, so that's pretty good. And you can also use it to change out your party once we get a ton of people. But for now, all we've got is, what, Max and our force. Got a good 7 people, so that's fine for now. And there's tons of space because we get a large force. I believe it's like 27 to 32, somewhere around there, for the amount of people we get. Pretty large. So we'll head back to the battle now. I did that because I wanted to gain a little extra experience here. Just right at the start. Because when you use egress, you will just head back to the battle basically fresh. So it's a good way to farm a little bit. And we don't get to ride the cart back. That sucks, but whatever. Okay, so here we go. Right back in the battle like this. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end this first episode here. And when we come back, I'll have it at the exact spot where we left, with just the Rune Knight left, and then we'll finish him off next time. And we'll keep going. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Shining Force, one of my favorite games. We're gonna go through this. And as I explained earlier, eventually we're gonna go through Shining Force 2, Shining Force CD, Shining Force 3. Because I really want to get videos of Shining Force 3 out there, since Sega, unfortunately, decided to target them. They said they were going to stop, so hopefully people can start putting out more videos of that great game. I mean, it wasn't released in America, so the only way a lot of people can see it is through these videos on YouTube. So I hope to try and start getting some out there. But I'll see you guys next time. Later.